The minute you stop and say, I know everything, it's all done for me, then I think 5 seconds later you are actually going to expire. You're going to die. Or life might as well be dead for you.
You find out one thing, and that raises another question, and then you got to go answer that one, and that raises another question, and you don't know where you're going or where you're going to get to or what little thing that you find is going to lead you to a new big discovery.
You have to live in a world in which the ground is not as solid as it was when you were 6. And you have to have some hope that humanity won't destroy itself.
A lot of it is passion, you know. That's another thing too. See, I like children because, like I tell students, we don't get old. We don't. Don't forget, you always remain a child for the rest of your life. Try to discover something every day, like a child, you know.
This is the new ConocoPhillips Integrated Sciences Building. It opened in fall, for fall semester 2009. But you can see the architect we had, he was quite aware of the importance of light, and faculty reiterated that they needed light in their space. So you can see from the design, he translated our needs. He's excellent. This is the atrium.
The atrium's where everybody interfaces, and the walls were built out of glass, and we have sky bridges connecting everybody together so that everybody can see.
The walkways, the connections allow us to see what's happening. We have a lot of light into the classrooms because it helps the process along. It also, as we know, Alaska is very dark in the winter, and we want to be alive in the winter, and so we have a lot of light coming in this building. But the crosswalks that we have, the staircase, it's all to pull the building together. The building, I kind of see the building as an organism. In order to be a good scientist these days, you need to be a good communicator. The National Science Foundation is interested in this aspect of your science that they term broader impacts. They're very interested in more of the non-traditional ways of conveying the excitement and interest and discovery of science to as broad a community as possible.
For me, the arts and sciences are one major discipline. It's all about discovery.
I cannot see it separate, arts and sciences. For me, the violin itself, this is a science. For instance, you take a string, from here to here. Let's say, if you divide this string, okay, into a half, you get an octave, exact octave. And if you divide the string into 3 parts, you get that, and into a 4th part. So it's all mathematics. It's a science. But for instance, Einstein, he played the violin. He was He found solitude on the violin. I tell my students, he found solitude. He found peace on the violin because of this mathematical, very simple mathematical things. Those pure sounds, mathematical perfect, perfectly in tune, that provided for him clarity.
Do you want to come in? Yeah. Yeah, we got a frog here laying eggs. Today we extracted RNA from embryos and tadpoles at different stages.
Are you guys enjoying this place?
Oh yeah.
How's this compared to you were in the old science building, weren't you?
That's right.
Yeah.
Much nicer.
Thank you.
The Integrated Science Building is a fantastic new laboratory and research facility and teaching facility for UAA. It is providing us new analytical capacities. It's providing us additional space to involve more students and young scientists in the program. But it's also providing an intellectual home for many of our departments. Previously, our departments in the sciences have been scattered throughout the campus, and you don't have these impromptu discussions. You don't have the casual conversations amongst a biologist and someone from physics, or amongst a chemist and someone from astronomy. But the Integrated Sciences building now gives us a place where we can actually talk about issues from a whole series of different directions simultaneously.
This is just an incredible situation for us to now be with all our colleagues, to see people on a daily basis, to be able to go knock on somebody's door and say, hey, what do you think of this idea?
I love it because of the way that it flows and it moves, and its openness and its light. Beautiful.
I am blown away by the concern of this building for functional beauty.
Okay, this is our large lecture hall. It was really designed around the need of many different faculty, chemistry, physics, biology, to do instructional demonstrations.
The ISB has a lot to do with me coming to UAA in 2006. The ISB, for me, affords the opportunity to have world-class laboratory space and an animal holding facility. Right now, we have plenty of space for me to spread out, have my people here working. What this enables is for me to carry out cutting-edge physiological research in one shop. And all of my students can mentor each other and be mentored by me, and it offers a much more rich research and teaching environment. And ultimately, we end up with some serious intellectual horsepower that we can harness to pursue questions of state and national importance.
We hope it will be a place where the community feels comfortable coming and will understand that science is not separate from the rest of everyday activities. It's integral to everything we do.
Well, I think this building is hopefully, the start of developing a real strong science core at UAA that will benefit the state in lots of different ways. Some of the faculty who moved into this building moved into it from facilities that were worse than the middle school that was recently renovated. Those students that are trained here are much more likely to stay in the state and take those skills and keep those skills in the state. And so we're training nurses that stay in the state, we're training doctors that stay in the state.
It's huge, huge, the research that they're able to do on this thing right now, starting from the vivarium floor where they're able to do research on metabolic rates of animals in a cold environment, environmental rooms, all the way to the astronomers that are going to be working in the planetarium. And I'm sure you're talking to researchers, but this building has the state-of-the-art planetarium, and they'll be able to put things from the microscope into the planetarium on a super high-resolution pixels, and so there'll be 54 people in there looking at a microscope, only better, and they're able to lock into other people's telescopes. So, I mean, as far as the research goes, this thing offers a lot more than just integrating the sciences together, which I think is a neat educational concept. They also have astronomy in here that has probably one of the state-of-the-art planetariums in the world.
The discoveries that we make here will oftentimes have direct implications to the people that live in the state. And more importantly, potentially, is that there are Alaskans that can proudly send their kids to this university and realize that they are going to get a cutting-edge education.
The people that work here and the science that they do, for the most part, I'm not saying that this is exclusively the case, but most of the people that work here are doing Alaska research. And that Alaska research benefits every single person in the state of Alaska.
I think the ISB will have a very long-lasting impact on the communities in Alaska and on the communities throughout the Pacific Northwest.